of stuff does happen when sailing offshore. As you know, last summer I was navigating on the Baltic 52 Jules when we had the misfortune of dropping our rig. We were in about 20 to 25 knots of breeze, beating upwind in 6 to 8 foot seas. This was a great example of where having 90% of our crew having gone through the Storm Trysail Club Safety at Sea training in the last year, some for refresher and some for the first time, where what real benefit it was to us kind of going through this situation. Anytime you have your mast fall down, it's a jarring event to say the least, but the speed with which our crew was able to assess crew safety and the integrity of the boat was directly correlated to everyone's experience in the safety at sea training. Everybody was able to snap to really quick and devise an action plan, and it was really apparent how ready everybody was. Roles emerged naturally. There was leadership, there was collaboration, and cool heads kept a good, not so good situation from turning into a worse one. A couple of our takeaways from the demasting experience were that cutting a rig away is much more difficult than one would think, having not had done it before. A lot of load on the rod rigging, and tough to knock out some of the pins. So we had to do some cutting. Readiness and training make a huge difference in the outcome of any unexpected event. Can't overstate that enough. And make sure your batteries are charged before you go offshore for those handheld battery-powered devices. A shout out to the ownership and to the boat captain for making sure our boat was ready before we left. I know each of our crew were very thankful that the conditions we were in were not worse than they were. We had daylight. It really wasn't that rough. We were close to home. And we were also really grateful that the boat was so well prepared. And I know that we're all grateful that so many of the crew had gone through training in the past. It made a huge difference. So thank you to Storm Trysail Club for your invaluable programs and your leadership in the sport. That's all I got for now. And thanks again. And support your Storm Trysail Foundation annual campaign.